What's up, guys? Bell Point Sports here again. Today was one of the worst days of my Philly sports fandom. There's worse days. I'll get to that. I'm going to make another video about that. But when it comes down to it, this sucked. This truly sucked. First of all, the Philadelphia Eagles suck. I'm not exactly an analyst of football. I will never claim to be. But this is just pathetic, man. We're up 21-0 in the first half, 24 unanswered points by the Dallas Cowboys of all people. Come on. You're letting George Pickens run all over us. I mean, I know he's great, but he's not. We're supposed to be a good secondary. We're supposed to have a good defensive line. Our defense did what they could, but when we're just giving them the ball over and over, and we're running we have Saquon Barkley, and we don't run the ball. The shotgun only works so much. You can't come out there in shotgun and just not. Oh my God, I was losing my mind. It was just brutal. And we need to fire Kevin Patullo. And I'll leave it with that, and then I'll talk about my Sixers, where I have a little bit more expertise. So I had the privilege to see the Sixers play the Miami Heat today, and it was not what I wanted to see. We lost 127-117. We're down a lot of guys, so it's not that upsetting, but it is rather unfortunate. My biggest takeaway was our defense is really, really rough. I mean, we gave up like 70 points in that first half. Paul George could only put him out there for like 20 minutes because he's too slow to play with the almost 7 seconds or less type offense that the Heat are running, which I love watching when it's not against my team, but it was not that fun today. But yeah, because of that, Paul George only got to play about 20 minutes. He never got into a rhythm. He only had about 10 points. And it's a little concerning because we need Paul George to be good if we want to be a good basketball team, in my opinion. In addition to our offense, our rebounding was really pretty rough. Drummond had like 20, which is crazy on its own. But when he's the only guy that can get boards, and then we're still, if he has 20 rebounds and we still get out-rebounded by them, what does that say about the rest of our team? That's concerning. Khalil Ware in particular was running all over us. They're getting offensive boards left and right. They're getting these second chances, and that's pretty much what we lost by. Because, if we get those stops, they're not scoring again, and we're probably winning that game. And obviously we're missing all of our centers, so that's a tough situation in terms of the rebounding. We're missing Bona, we were missing Embiid, so yeah, Drummond was alone out there. But not only that, we're also missing Kelly Oubre, who's like has been to start this year, one of our best scorers, and VJ Edgecombe was out today as well. So Quentin Grimes kind of was meant to step up into that role. He didn't have a terrible game. He looked a little shaky when the lights were brighter. He really needed to step up a little bit more than he did today. The Heat put their entire focus on stopping Tyrese Maxey, and they weren't successful. He had 25 points, but they were successful enough. Like he didn't have 54 the way he did against the Bucks the other day, and that was really the only way we were going to win today, being as undermanned as we were. We need to show more love to Trenton Watford too. He had 19 points, he had 9 rebounds, he had 7 assists, a steal and a block. Really, really efficient, 7 to 12 from the field. He's just doing everything out there, and he's doing it well, and there's really nothing to be said about him that wasn't positive. Every time he took a shot, I was expecting it to go in today, and he's taking these tough, contested, like hard-nosed layups, and they're on fast breaks, they're in the set, they're everything we need, and I don't see how he couldn't be starting at this point. I mean, Nick Nurse needs to see what I see. He's definitely better than Barlow at this point. He's probably better than Paul George. I mean, I think if we could start him and Oubre as the wings, that would be awesome, and we'll have to see if it happens. Jared McCain was also great today. I've talked a lot about him already, but he's rounding back into shape, and that's just good to see. On the Heat side, because I think I need to be a little bit more bipartisan, I didn't talk at all about the teams the Sixers played in the past. Norman Powell absolutely destroyed us. He had 18 quick points, like it felt like in the first 5 minutes. I'm sure it wasn't, but it was disgusting. And he ended up with 29 in this one, outscored Maxey, and I didn't understand going into this one why he was so high in the MVP voting. He's like 13th to my knowledge, but I do kind of understand it after today. I mean, he was getting whatever he wanted whenever he wanted. We're doing everything we can to trap him, and we're not succeeding. So yeah, Norman Powell, he's good. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. He would have been the most valuable player on the floor tonight if it wasn't for Khalil Ware, who, took advantage of the fact that there was nobody out there that was the same size as him at all, and just absolutely destroyed us both on the boards and with a bunch of alley-oops, a bunch of putback layups, a couple dunks. He's taking advantage of the fact that he's like 7'1" and nobody else on the floor was over, I think, 6'10" or 6'11". Drummond looked small out there next to him, And I mean, he's a freak of nature. I've talked to Heat fans that said they were happy that they didn't trade this guy for Kevin Durant, and I thought they were crazy, and now I kind of understand why. Pelle Larsson and Simone Fontecchio as the forwards were just horrible. I've heard that's not how they normally are, but I mean, from what I've seen, like, they got to go get a power forward. I'm sure Jovic will be back soon. Jaime Jaquez should probably be starting. He had a great game. So, I mean, I need to watch more Heat because clearly they're fun and they're having a good season, which nobody really expected, which is awesome. The Sixers play again against the Magic on Tuesday. I'll be at that game as well. Hopefully I'm not truly bad luck for the team the way it felt. And that's pretty much all I got for you today. Thank you. I'll see you next time.